Hi guys, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Precious and I like to read a lot, but then I also do other things. So that's why I only read 6 books in December. It was kind of a slow month, I would say. So beginning of December, I started out with a high, and I'm going to go through all those with y'all. But I started out with a high. But then, so my birthday's in the middle of December, literally a week before Christmas. Planning Christmas, also working full time. So if y'all don't know, I work full time, 9 to 5. Well, 7 to 4, but y'all get what I'm saying. And so I was busy. But I still managed to read 6 books. But I feel like I could have read more. I just felt like I was in a slump because some of these books just weren't hitting for me. And I want to talk about them with you guys. Can I do that? I'm going to take that as a yes. So, the first book that I had read in December was Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I love Lila. I really do. I feel like her books are pretty short. They are fast paced. There's not too much unnecessary just words. I feel like sometimes authors can be writing books and there's just unnecessary words. Did I need that scene? It didn't give me anything more than I had already needed. But I really loved this book. I really loved Ada. I really loved Wes. I felt Ada was just so misunderstood. And I say that because I'm in a book club and some people felt like she was a mean girl or a pick-me girl. And I didn't take it that way. I took it as her just trying to trust. And trust is hard. It really is. Like, let me be honest. Trust is hard. And it can be very hard when you've been proven wrong multiple times and you've tried to trust someone. So for me, I said, I love this book. I think I gave it a 4.5, 5. I can't remember. I'll post it. Or you can see it on my Goodreads. But yeah, then I had told myself I wanted to hop into the Emily Henry universe. Y'all see there's only 4 books here. And I have all 5. But the first book that I read was Beach Read. And this book was hard to get through. I felt she just put unnecessary words. She was just overly descriptive on every scene. And it took me probably like a week and a half to get through this book. Every day I would read like a page and I would just almost fall asleep. And so I was like, it wasn't my favorite. I gave it a 3. Like, it was not my favorite. I don't see the glory in this. Y'all don't know. We're going to keep it real around here. That's all we're ever going to do. This is not to bash authors. This may be a favorite to other people. It's just not a favorite to me. Then I read People We Meet on Vacation. And because I was like, I want to give her another shot. So I read People We Meet on Vacation. And I was surprised. I actually really liked this book. And I know that a lot of people dislike it. But I actually liked this book in a way. Like, I don't know what it was about Poppy and Alex, but I actually really liked it. I did feel like she was still overly descriptive, but this book kept me intrigued. This book kept me wanting to read more. And I don't know if it's because of I'm a big girl when it comes to tropes of childhood best friends, but I love when childhood best friends become lovers. But then I also love, because it was kind of, I want to say enemies to lovers. So I love when enemies become lovers and then lovers become enemies and then they become lovers again. I eat it up every time. So that could be a real reason. This was just straight, I don't know. I'm not going to talk more about it. Then I read Book Lovers. And it just, I would take this one over Beach Read. I felt that this was a book more about Libby and Nora and not Nora and Charlie, which is fine, just not what I was expecting. It was okay. I think I still gave it a 3. It just, there was nothing to write home about, like, honestly. I read Happy Place, and I kind of liked it. but I think it made me feel a little weird in some parts. And take what you will by this and do not hear what I'm not saying, okay? That it was really good and I loved the premise of the book, but I felt like the only black girl in this book, and this could probably be because Emily Henry is white, but like I feel like the only black character that I've ever seen her write about was a lesbian. And I don't know why that just gives me icky vibes. Don't know what it is about it, but it just gives me icky vibes. And I don't know why. After reading this, and this is ultimately why I decided to stop reading her books, I realized that all of Emily Henry books follow the same timeline, as sense of they are enemies, whatever, at the beginning. You learn a little bit about why they're that way. They try to be together, but then they don't be together. And then by the last page, they're together. I feel like you only get like 1 page, 2 pages with them as a couple. It's also like only one POV. So that makes it really hard for me to fall in love with them as a couple if it's one POV and you only give me 1 chapter with them as a couple. I love when we have dual POVs, because if this was done in dual POVs and we only got 1 chapter with them, I'd be like, okay, I understand where his head is at. I understand where her head is at if it was mainly written in the guy's perspective. But since she does single POVs and you only get 1 chapter, I don't have time to fall in love with them. And I think that's why I just didn't want to read anymore. Like, I leave loving the couples because of that. And I found that I go for books that have dual POVs more because I want to learn about each person. And I don't know if it's just because like of who I am. I love learning about people. So I really enjoy like learning of each other. I know that's like redundant and I'm sorry, but that's kind of how my brain is. So that was the Emily Henry universe. Will I read Funny Story? I don't know. Probably not, but maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Then I read Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. I love Teddy. This was an enemies to lovers romance. And Teddy is probably the most misunderstood character I've ever seen. And not by us, because I saw like her and everything, but by Gus. Teddy was so misunderstood. And by the end, Gus was eating it up. He loved her. He rode with her. He just cared for her and saw her. And I loved it. Okay. If you guys want to see any of the books that I currently read, you can check out my Goodreads, which I have posted in my bio. And you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I will put those below as well. I love you guys, and I'm so happy that I'm here, and I hope that we can continue to grow. I want to learn more about you guys. So what are you guys currently reading? I need y'all to help me build my January TBR. It's not going to be a very fast month, but it's going to be a semi-slow month because football starts. If you want to know more about football and stuff, I will be posting my Get to Know Me, like a booktube tag. And I will be talking about what I do outside of YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and life. But I am so glad you guys are here. So let's stay a while. Let's get to know each other. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.